Okay, and we are back to creating your first product. So you created your first offer. Now it's time to tie a product to it. And since I am at the absolute maximum of my amount of products, I'm at 15 products right now. I cannot show you from scratch how to create the actual course, but what I can show you is the back end of what that would practically look like. So while I can't create it from scratch, I'm still going to show you what to do. So you have the course right here. You're going to click Get Started, and I'll just show you an example of what this looks like on the back end. So once you create your course, you are going to come to a page like this. So all you're going to do is to have your lesson plan out. So I typically have something like a welcome tab, and then I go into, maybe you have modules or months. Like if you're having a 6-month program, you can break it up into months. That is going to be your actual content. So your modules. So they have modules. I don't really use sub modules. I use more so lessons, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So, what you do is you have these modules. That is kind of like the foundation. So, you have, think of it like chapters in a book, right? You have all of the chapters, maybe it's 12 chapters, and then you have the lessons and the words that fill in those chapters. So, the modules are the chapters, and then the lessons are really where you fill in the rest of the work. So I'll just show you quickly what I do. This is an example of a free book bundle that I created in my brand new book, Moving Beyond the Counter, Elevating into Heart-Centered Healthcare Through Entrepreneurship. So I just had a QR code. They came to the Kajabi page. It was a free offer, and then they could come here. So I'll just show you what this looks like as the final product. So you can have a beautiful background here. I'm going to show you how to do all this. And this is what eventually it's going to look like. You're going to have all of these, this is again, the module with the lessons, the module with the lesson, and you can put video in there. You can put attached downloadable files. There's so much you can do with it. So I'm going to break it down with you step by step. So again, make sure that you have your chapters or your modules, whatever that's going to look like. I'll show you a couple different versions of practically what this will look like. And this one, like I said, is a free product. So what I do is you can go into here, and if you see, there is a video that I literally created on my phone. So super simple. I showed you in the last video how to create a Canva image. You can just, put whatever text you want, the name of the course, keep it simple. You can have all of the images be the same in every single lesson. Then what you do is give your customer, your client, an action step. So again, these are the things that they're going to be doing. I've included an all-in-one PDF that they can go ahead and download. There's so many things that you can do within a product. So then what I have here is, the full PDF workbook. I have some other calls to action here right in the welcome section. So think about what you want your client to know. Do you want them to join a Facebook group? Do you want them to take some type of action right up front? This is where you would put it in the welcome section. Then literally you can just create the different chapters. What do you want to be teaching them about? This can be maybe a theme of, say that you are a health coach. Maybe one of them is nutrition, stress management, hydration, whatever that is. And then you go through and you expand this, drop down, and you can add content. So you can add a lesson under here where it would say, let's do a test so you can see what this looks like. So you create a lesson. You can either have it in draft mode or you can publish it. So meaning, if you don't want the content to be available right away and you want it to be something that you're presenting later on, if it's like a 6-month program, anything like that, you can create this, just put it in draft mode. So then you just edit the lesson, you can add the title in. If you want to do a video, an audio, if it's a meditation. Again, you're wanting to make sure that you always have an image, a thumbnail. I've seen a lot of people miss out on that. And to me, it just looks cleaner. I have a Virgo ascendant, so I'm always like, all right, this needs to be organized and clean. So literally you just type out, okay, what do they need to know about nutrition? Hey, here's what you need to know, da 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 da. You know, teaching them whatever you have to teach them. And then you can add in a PDF file if you have something that, say, it's like a checklist or something that they can print out with foods to help their fertility, as an example. Then you can add that here. You would just save the lesson and you're good to go. So I'm just going to delete this because this is an actual product that people are looking at right now. So I don't want any confusion there. Okay, so then again, you do the same thing for the rest of these concepts that you want to be teaching. You know, you can do, for example, I had an audio here. So it's an activation. It's something that they can listen to, that my clients can listen to. They can access right away. And I also had some affirmations down here. So if you go, I really love this. This is so much fun. You can go and download that and it'll show, here we go. It will show a beautiful image that, again, you can make in Canva. So 6-figure plus and money mindset affirmations, they can print this out. So it's a really simple way for you to have, even notes and journal space for your clients, so that they get a really well-rounded experience. So what do you need to teach them so that they, by the end of your course, so that they are further ahead in their journey? You're always wanting to think about what is their point A when they come in and what is their point B? What is the end of the transformation? Then you can reverse engineer and see, okay, these are the concepts I want to be teaching. So this is just a simple example of a product. I also wanted to show you how to customize a product. So you can actually choose different themes. I'm not going to show you the different themes because, like I said, I don't want to, mess with this because it is active for people right now. But you can see here, as an example, you can customize. So you need to go in to what is this product going to be looking like to your customer. And this is how you can start to customize that and make it look really nice. I literally took this image here from Canva. So again, you would create a YouTube thumbnail, super simple. I can even show you what that would look like. And you can just create from there. Okay, let me get in here and take a little sip of coffee. Hopefully it takes me right in, because sometimes, okay, this is giving me a little bit of an issue here. So I usually sign in through a different browser. So I will just show you a simple way of how you can do this. So what you can do is literally what we did in the last video. You just go create a design, and then you go to YouTube thumbnail, and you can pick whatever image. I usually go to photos, and you'll see that over here. So you can click photos. Depending on your branding, you can pick, like, I really like this because I love chandeliers and I love just lightness. So I actually did create this for this course. Actually, I used this image. So all you have to do is download, save it, and then you upload. You go back to here and you upload. So if you click on this, it brings you to select an image. You can also mess with the transparency. So if you want it to be a little bit more transparent, you would shift this that way. If you want it to be more translucent, you would shift it that way. So you can change the text color of this. If you click on this title here, you can, show the description, show the title. You don't have to have that at all. There's a little course button that you can go and click here and change the color of. There's so much that you can do to just customize the experience for your client. One thing I do want to point your attention to, whenever you first create a product, this is going to say all sorts of, it's like Latin or something. It says like lorem ipsum something. So you have to go in and change this. So what you're going to do is just click edit. You can add an image of yourself, put your name and title, and then have a bio there. Then you'll click save. This is one facet of what you have to do. This is for the product. Then what you have to do is click here, and you're going to go to post, leave page. Then what you'll see is it's going to come up again. You need to change this in two places, both in the product and in the post. So you'll see what I mean when you go to create this. You want to make sure that it is accurate, because again, these little details, in my opinion, do make an impact on the level of professionalism that you showcase in your course, right? So you want to make sure that you have these things that are accurate, and that you go in and all you have to do is click, you'll see it come up here under instructor, and then change it. So super simple, really easy way to begin customizing your product. Again, you need to be tying an offer to this product. So when you go into your offers, you need to be able to tie this to the product. And I'll go back through and just show you what I'm talking about. So whenever, you've created the offer, you've created the product, what you're going to do is you're going to go into here and you're going to make sure that you've added the product in, because if you don't, the client's going to purchase the offer, but then they're not going to get the subsequent product. So you need to make sure that this step is done, because if not, they're not going to get the product, and then they're going to be emailing you saying, where is it? So you want to really make sure that you are doing that. Sorry, I went into the wrong offer there. Okay, so I wanted to show you here, step into your queen. This was the one we just looked at. So make sure that they have the product. Step into your queen, scaling your heart-centered business book bundle. Make sure that you're connecting the right product. I did want to show you another product, which is my Elevate Entrepreneur Academy, so that you can see what it looks like to have drip content. I'll explain what that means. So drip content is pretty much where someone is getting an offer and the content is dripping out over a period of time. So whenever someone goes to buy this course, they're going to get these two things automatically. So they're going to get this module with all of these lessons. They're also going to be getting this foundational trainings, but they're not going to be getting module 1 until 7 days after they've signed up. You can go ahead and adjust this. So if you want to have weekly content, monthly content, you can go ahead and create that. So I decided to do weekly content. So if you go to look at down here, you can see everything is dripped out so that the client's not overwhelmed. This is a 6-month program, so you want to really make sure that it's digestible. The content is digestible for your clients. I've also included some bonus trainings that drip out over 14 days. I've given them, the live round recordings, because this is a program that it has drip content, and they also get access to a Facebook group. So there's so many different ways that you can monetize your knowledge by either creating a simple course. You can do an opt-in, you can do a 6-month program, a year-long program, and create your content and drip it based upon, whatever you feel is appropriate for your audience. We also have, here's all our live calls and everything that we've done here so far in Elevate Entrepreneur Academy. So you can see my assistant came in and did all of these really awesome calls and labeled everything. Okay, so that is another example of a product. And let me just make sure that there was nothing else. You can also do, I did this. Again, you can have events, you can have things that drip out to, your audience, depending on whatever that might be. So if, say that someone signs up for, this was a summit that I did earlier this year, and you don't want them to have the content or the recording until a specific time, you can either put it to draft or you can drip it over a set amount of time. So this is just a simple way that I have used, the way to, just really showcase the different sessions, the different recordings that we had for this specific experience. I've also done my Elevate retreat. So I'm showing you guys everything here. I'll show you an example of my Elevate retreat. So what you can see is, I've given them all of the details. I've used the modules as kind of a placeholder for these different aspects that I'm taking them through. So I showed recordings, this is everything that they got. There was an activation we did. extra resources that they had, retreat agreement. So again, just really get creative with how you can use Kajabi, because there are so many different ways that you can use it. Like I said before, even if you wanted to have, as the example before with my book signing, you can have an offer and then not have a product, because depending on what your package is for Kajabi, if you're in the basic package, you only have 3 products that you can create, and then it goes up from there. I'm in the pro level, which you're allowed to have 15 products. That's why I wasn't able to show you how to create it from scratch, but you still get the picture of everything of how to create it. So these are just all of my products here. I've done meditations. I've had a membership course. This is just a self-study course. This was a self-study course. Just really simple things that you can do to create your first product. So I hope that you got so much out of this video, and I will see you on the next one.